Get out your phone real quick. I'm going to dictate a text message to your mom. Dear Mom, video games are too contributing to the well-being of society. There's this organization called Foldit that puts gamers to work figuring out how proteins fold up into their most stable and most useful states. It turns out computers are just bad at that kind of stuff. And people are really good at it. In the video game, gamers play competitively to see who can fold the protein into the most stable state. And they're kicking ass at it.
The protein that you see here on the right isn't being folded by some kind of supercomputer. It's actually being folded by an 11-year-old boy in upstate New York.
What we're doing is we're saying, help us solve scientific problems by interacting with complex physical systems on your computer. So we're sort of opening up this world to ordinary people where they can cooperate together and try to figure out how can we build new drugs and how can we better humanity in some sense. We're basically asking ordinary people to help us do science by playing a video game.
FreeRice.com is a website run by the UN World Food Programme, and its main aim is to help end world hunger by providing free rice for people who are hungry. Basically, the website gives you a word and then 4 possible definitions for that word, and you have to try and choose which is the correct definition. And for every answer that you get right, the website will donate 10 grains of rice to the World Food Programme. So it's like a fun little vocabulary test to see how smart you are, but at the same time you're also donating rice to people who are hungry. So it's like win-win.
Each day there are 25,000 people who die of hunger. So every click, every grain of rice is critically important.
My name is Alchemy, and this is an urgent evoke. Wherever you are, whoever you are, if you found this message, it's your destiny to join us.
So this is a game that promises you not only points for winning, but also teaches you about how to solve real-world problems.
When we're in game worlds, I believe that many of us become the best version of ourselves, the most likely to help at a moment's notice, the most likely to stick with a problem as long as it takes, to get up after failure and try again. What we wanted to do was make a game that would give gamers a chance to develop their real-life superpowers, so creativity, entrepreneurship, courage, collaboration. And we wanted to give those gamers a chance to use those superpowers to solve real-world problems like hunger and poverty, clean water access, sustainable energy. Every week there's a new episode in our graphic novel, which is really the textbook for the course. And the big idea in the story here is that in the future, the people who tackle problems today, especially in Africa where the challenges are so great and the resources are so constrained, those are the people who will be best able to solve any crisis in the future. The story's set 10 years in the future, and every week we look at a possible future crisis. The first episode is about a food shortage in Japan, and then we think about how we might use some of the problems that are created in developing countries today to solve problems all over the world in the future. Gamers are a human resource that we can use to do real-world work, that games are a powerful platform for change. We have all these amazing superpowers, blissful productivity, the ability to weave a tight social fabric, this feeling of urgent optimism and the desire for epic meaning. I really hope that we can come together to play games that matter, to survive on this planet for another century. And that's my hope, that you will join me in making and playing games like this. When I look forward to the next decade, I know 2 things for sure: that we can make any future we can imagine, and we can play any games we want. So I say, let the world-changing games begin. Thank you.